Hello, Steve Jankowski here, and I'm the founder of Solidify LLC. And over the past few years, I've literally helped thousands of individuals and businesses learn how to market more effectively online. And if you're watching this video now, you're probably interested in learning a little bit more about Google Places. So in this video, we're going to do a real quick overview of Google Places, and then there'll be other videos that follow up that talk about how to optimize a Google Places page. And then we'll actually do a demo and show you how to set it up so that you can see what it's all about. And trust me, this is not hard. This is probably something that you can figure out just after watching this video and the next video. And basically what happened was Google went out and created 40 million websites. And if you had a business with a local phone number, Google created a website for you. And as of last fall, which would be fall 2010, only 2% of local businesses had actually claimed their Google Places page. Now, if you own a business and you go to Google and you type in the main keyword for your business and you see a whole bunch of businesses show up, currently there are 7 that show up in the organic listings on page 1 of Google, and you see that your competition has largely claimed their Google Places page, well, not to worry, because most of the people that have claimed Google Places page don't have a clue how to optimize them. So in many cases, you can actually push your Google Places listing up higher than your competitors, and we'll show you how to do that in the next video. But the great thing about Google Places pages is that they're already mobile capable. So if you don't have a mobile capable website, you need to get one. But it's kind of a bonus that you have with the Google Places page is you have, if you set up a Google Places page and you optimize it, you have a page out there that your customers can find on their mobile phone. So it's pretty powerful stuff. And so let's just get into real quick on how you get a Google Places page. Basically what you need to do is you need to go and claim it. All right? It's there. If you have a business, it probably is already there. If you don't have a business on Google Places already, you can set one up, and this is the process. It's kind of the same whether you have one there already or whether you need to set one up. Basically, what you need to do is you need to get a Gmail account, and you probably want to get it in the name of your business. So, you know, joesbusiness@gmail.com. That's what your Gmail account would be. So if you want to find how to get a Gmail account, just go to Google and Google Gmail. It'll come right up. Once you set that up, go to Google and Google Places, and you'll be able to go to Google Places, and you'll be able to log in to Google Places using the Gmail email that you just set up as a username and the password you set up when you set up the Gmail account. And so that's basically how you log in to Google Places. Now, when you get in there, you're going to need to verify that you are the actual owner. And so if you have a business already up and running and there's a local phone number that's associated with that business, and Google can determine that by looking at yellow pages and things like that, then what you'll do for the verification process is you'll just set up a phone call. And it'll happen probably within 5 minutes. And you say, call me, and you need to make sure you tell whoever answers your phone, if you're not answering it, to expect a call from Google, and that will verify that you are in fact the owner of that business. Now, if there isn't a number, or if the number that you market with is an 800 number, what will happen is Google will actually send a postcard out to the address that you use when you set up your Google Places page. And they tell you that it takes 3 weeks for the postcard to get to you, but in most cases I've seen them come in less than 10 days. And basically you'll get the little postcard, it'll be in an envelope, you open up the envelope, and there's a little code that you can just type in your Google Places page to verify that you are in fact the owner of the website. Now, when you can go ahead and set up your Google Places page before you verify it, but it won't be indexed by Google, and it won't show up in Google until it's been verified. But to actually set up your Google Places page, what you need to do is be very disciplined and make sure that you put something in every blank. Okay, you want to completely fill out that Google Places page. And what that means is, there's an area where you can put in pictures. You want to try to get pics in there. You want to get some videos in there, and in other videos I've talked about how important videos are. And so I would recommend getting some videos on YouTube and putting them in your Google Places page. There's other information you can fill out, like your hours of operation, what types of payments you accept. A really important thing to do also is to put some sort of a coupon in there, and on your dashboard in Google Places you'll see that there's an area where you can create a coupon. So you want to create some sort of a coupon that your potential customers can print out and get them in your door, or get them to hire you for whatever service or product it is that you're marketing. And so those coupons need to be renewed every 30 days. And so you're going to want to stay on top of that. But if Google has a choice between a business that has a completely filled out Google Places page and one that doesn't, guess who they're going to put higher in the search engines? The one that has completely filled out the page. If there's a choice between a completely filled out page business and another completely filled out page business, but one business has videos or pictures or it has coupons, they're going to choose that. So you want to try to give Google as much information as possible, including coupons. Now, another really important thing that you got to think about is you're specifying your service area. And you'll have a couple of choices on how you can do that. You can choose to say that customers come to your location, or that you serve customers at their location. So if you're a consultant, or if you're marketing online and you want to market online in a local area, obviously you're not going to say that customers come to your location. So you can choose that, and then you can also choose different ways of laying out your service area. You can choose a radius around your primary location, or you can actually choose cities and zip codes. And it kind of explains in there how to do that. But you're going to want to go ahead and specify your service area. And that's kind of an overview. Now remember, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a demo where we actually take you in so that you can see a Google Places page. But I hope by just this short, tiny little thing that I talked about here, you can see that it's really not rocket science to set this stuff up. Now, one thing I should mention, and I'll probably mention in a lot of videos, that a Google Places page is not a substitute for having your own search engine friendly website. That's still very important. And when I go and look at Google Places pages, I often see that the companies that are ranking high in Google Places are also the companies that rank high with their main business website. So, this is kind of, like I said, a bonus, something extra that you can use for your marketing. It's kind of a gift from Google. And so you really need to take advantage of it, have a Google Places page, have it completed, but integrate it into and with your primary business website. So if you like this video, obviously you can watch the follow-on videos, and feel free to like, comment on this video and share it with other people. If you're on a web page where there's a Facebook icon or a Twitter icon, share it. And if you're on a web page where you see a little Google Plus in the upper right hand corner or somewhere on the page, go ahead and share that on Google Plus too, because we want to get this information out there, and this is basically a totally free training. So we'll see you in the next video.